If you're tired of spending time chasing down leads that ghost you or don't even know how you got their contact information in the first place, this video is for you. If you're somebody who's invested in digital marketing for the sake of lead generation for your business, then at some point in your journey, you've probably dealt with low quality leads. People that don't know how you got their info, people that are kicking tires and are nowhere close to even being ready to do business with you, or even worse, bots that somehow made it through your lead form and are complete trash. I talk to small business owners all the time and I hear this story over and over again. And it sucks because so many people are wasting time and money on leads that really don't help them grow their business at all. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the strategies that I use in my own sales funnel and the sales funnels that we build for our clients to help weed out bad quality leads before they ever even get into our systems, so that we only spend our time interacting with the leads that have a high probability of turning into real clients, allowing us to build more leverage, time, and freedom within our business and ultimately scale profitably. If you don't know me, my name is Brandon Clay and I'm the founder of Harmony Marketing. We're a small marketing agency based here in Houston, Texas, and we specialize in building social media sales funnels that help small service businesses attract their ideal clients, nurture them, qualify them, educate them, and then ultimately bring them right onto your calendar so that you can spend less time marketing and more time growing your business. Okay, so I'm just gonna dive right in. How to stop wasting time and money on low quality leads. So first things first, we have to understand that all leads are not created equal. There are a lot of marketing agencies out there that will try to sell you leads. The more leads you get, the more money that you're gonna make, when that is so far from the truth, because low quality leads will waste your time and they will waste your money. You can literally pay thousands of dollars to attract a bunch of leads to you that don't amount to anything, and then you're out all that time and money. High quality leads on the flip side equal leverage, freedom, and scaling smoothly. And the difference between these is massive. Imagine two different people. They both spend $1,000 on advertising. Person A generates 100 leads. Now, they actually end up getting in a conversation with 10 of those leads, and they had to sift through the other 90 to even get those conversations, which alone took hours. Now, of those 10 conversations they got, 5 of them were actually interested and were ready to buy. And then ultimately 3 of them actually ended up buying. So you got a 3 out of 100 that actually bought. Now, person B spent $1,000 on advertising. They had more friction in their sales funnel. They generated 20 leads. Of those 20 leads, 17 actually booked appointments. Of those 17 that booked appointments, 12 of them actually ended up buying. What person would you rather be? This is a pretty typical sales funnel approach, is having a traffic source going to a conversion mechanism. So a traffic source could be anything that generates new eyeballs. It could be SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, organic content, anything that drives new eyeballs onto your stuff. And then you send them right to a conversion mechanism, which is usually filling out a lead form. Now, the problem with this is that we don't have a great filter between the general public and then the people that end up in your system. So the right way to think about this is that you should have some sort of qualification filter that sits between your traffic source and the actual conversion mechanism. Something that filters out the good leads from the bad leads so that we don't just attract the general public and get them all to fill something out and end up in your system, and now you have to waste time talking to them. So an effective qualification filter is going to do 3 primary things. 1, it's going to frame that individual for what happens next. So instead of saying request a free quote, I like to give them a frame on what happens next, such as request a discovery session, or by filling out the form below, or to speak with one of our specialists, fill out the form below. And so they have a really clear idea of what's actually going to happen if they fill out this form. So in their brain, they know why they're filling it out instead of just filling it out. The qualification filter should also collect useful information from that individual that now, as the business owner or the salesperson, you can use when you're reaching out in order to have more context on that conversation. And then the third piece, it needs to add friction. It needs to be inconvenient enough to where not everybody's just going to fill it out. Only the people who are actually interested in working with you are going to fill it out. High friction equals high intent. This is a core lesson, and if you take anything out of this video, it should be this. The more friction that you add into your sales funnel, the less leads you're going to get, but the higher quality and the higher intent they're going to be. So this is kind of the funnel that we like to use for our clients, is paid ads to a landing page, to a quiz style form, and then to an automated nurture, follow-up, and sales process. Okay, now here's an example of a bad form. Get an estimate, first name, last name, email, phone number, choose services, and leave a message. This isn't telling that person what's going to come next. Like, they know they're going to get an estimate, but is it going to be emailed to them, or are they going to get on a call? Why are you asking them to choose the services? Like, we're really collecting very little information, and it's very low friction. So you're going to get a lot of people filling out a form like this, but it's going to be pretty low intent. So I'm going to show you a sales funnel that we built for one of our clients recently, and how we approach adding various layers of friction into that funnel. This is a funnel that we ran for Nathan Redmond, one of our private personal training clients. So we ran a video ad. You can see this ad's running live on Instagram right now. And then they have this learn more button. So the first layer of friction there is that we're bringing them away from the platform. I highly encourage you to never use instant forms if you're advertising on Facebook or Instagram, because they're so easy to just autofill and then forget about. So the first layer of friction is that we're bringing them off the platform. And then they go to this landing page that we designed that I think looks so good. They have the rest of the landing page here where it's meant to build trust, share more about his story, his location, show before and afters. And then up here is that real key piece of friction. So we do a quiz style form. And like I said, it accomplishes a couple things. Number one, we're letting them know what happens next. Request a free consultation by answering this brief questionnaire. Okay, so they know that they're requesting a free consultation. So now they know what's going to happen next. Now, the second part, remember, as I said over here, collect useful information. So what is your primary health and fitness goal? What coaching option interests you the most? What has been your biggest challenge in reaching your goals? How would you describe your current fitness level? And then filling out the contact information. So using a quiz style form like this is so effective at weeding out all the people who are not interested and only keeping the ones in that are. I'll give you another example. This is a funnel that we're running for the Kalos project. This is actually my dad's company. He does edible landscapes, so he helps people grow food in their backyard. So we have a video ad here running to a landing page. And then again, we have this quiz style form. Are you a homeowner in the Houston area? What excites you most? And we're having them go through the inconvenience of answering all these questions, which weeds out all the people who aren't serious and then gets us useful information for the people that are. So I'll even give you an example of my own funnel that I'm running. So we're running ads to this page right now. So this is a VSL page. And then basically if somebody gets here and they're interested in learning more, getting pricing and details, then they'll click to this page where they can book a calendar, but we're still going to make them fill out all these questions. So you can see here they have this application that's like 6-7 questions long that they have to fill out. And so I hope I've nailed home that using some kind of quiz style form is a super powerful way to weed out all the uninterested low quality leads. So to recap, high friction equals high intent. Low quality leads waste your time and money. High quality leads make you money and save time. If you're running some kind of paid advertising to a landing page, the best that you can put on that landing page is a qualification filter. And my favorite qualification filter is a quiz style form with at least 3 to 5 qualifying questions. I hope you got something value out of this video, and until I see you next time, go generate some good quality leads for your business.